So, David, it's right that you shouldn't read too much into results in pre-season friendlies. Is that the case?
Yeah, that's the case today. Yeah, obviously, first sort of real test for us with a new team, a lot of new players. I think four of the back five were completely new this season. It's very difficult to sort of to bed everyone in, I think. And we're playing against Charlton. Had a lot of success, good people at that club, good manager, played good football, finished I think in the top 10 last year at the Championship. So obviously it's going to be a good test. And we've come up short today, but we've got I think enough time left. And enough games, and obviously the players that we'll pick up, and by the time the season starts, we'll be okay.
It was a game today that you were in for long periods, wasn't it? It was just perhaps speed of thought and speed of movement a couple of times that won them the game.
Yeah, I think we were the makers of our own sort of downfall, really. Passing backwards, putting ourselves under pressure, putting our defenders under pressure, defenders putting a goalkeeper under pressure, maybe not keeping the ball. Wrong decision making, really. We were sort of makers of our own downfall. I don't think we were a million miles off them at all, and that's things that we can improve upon, which is it's encouraging. Obviously we can improve that. So there's plenty for us to work on.
The opposition are getting better as you move on. Do you learn more from that than when you're playing non-league teams?
Yeah, I think so. And obviously you'd rather play on good pitches, against good teams, good players, testing yourself, good stadiums, packed with people like today, so yeah, Bournemouth and obviously here against David Connolly, that'll be, they're really good games. I think all the players would rather play those games, but saying that, there are merits in sort of having a couple of warm-up games against, other opposition that maybe aren't of the same standard. So I think they've had the balance right.
We've said it before, you're not going to face this weather every week, and you're not going to face opposition like Charlton every week, so that must be a bonus as well.
Yeah, although like I say, wouldn't faze me facing Charlton every week, but I think we would improve, I think we would improve, and sort of I think we would fancy ourselves against them if we just sort of maybe cut out their sort of unforced errors, really, and I don't think it's down to their pressure that we made mistakes. It's so it's encouraging, but credit to them, they're a good side, and we were well beaten today.
You've scored goals at every level. Is there any reason to suppose that you're not going to continue doing that?
Well, you never know, so I don't think so, no. So as long as they sort of get some decent chances, good balls in the box, I'd fancy my chances today. Just didn't really seem to be any, but we live to fight another day.
You came here last season and it was a bit of a lost cause, but you made yourself a bit of a hero anyway. Is it a new feel to the club now?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously the fans are singing, they own the club, and that's great. Obviously there is still a club here, and it's a great club. It's good to be part of it, and the fans took to me, I took to them, and I'm hoping obviously that I can help bring a bit of success, obviously, in the coming season, coming 2 seasons, it's you can see the little changes they made around the club. They've made some efforts, and I know they're trying very hard off the pitch, and to make things as do as best they can within sort of the constraints they have, and it's up to us now as players to perform on the pitch.